from Phoenix Shaving, Winter Whiskey Wonderland. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's SparkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. Love getting together with you and talking all things traditional wet shave. I have 3 days worth of beard growth. Can you see that? And we have a brand new shave soap in the shave den to mow down all this growth. Here it is from Phoenix Shaving. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. Check that out. My gosh, is this an amazing scent. Really, a lot of depth to this one. Oh, this is great. Brand new tub right there. Here, let's get some information out off the printer right here from Douglas. Here it is right here. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. A wonderful and curious seasonal scent. Here's the scent profile. Pear, apple, sugar, whiskey, tonka bean, oak, smoke, spice, and brandy. Yeah, and again, boy, there's a lot of depth to this. Oh, a lot of complexity, a lot of depth. This is terrific. And the whiskey, I pick up the whiskey right away. But there's so much more going on there. Very masculine. There's also a rather sophisticated refinement going on there too. Yeah, really, really terrific. Some, I guess you could say, a kind of a masculine elegance there as well. Yeah, this is terrific. Here's what he has to say right here. Last year, folks found it tucked behind a cardboard door in the Advent calendar. Back then, it was called Christmas Winter Wonderland. They tore into that little box and discovered an accord that felt bigger than the holidays themselves. Soon, the requests came piling in. It was clear this wasn't a quick, festive fling. Winter Whiskey Wonderland is the kind of scent that sits in the dark long after the ice has melted, sorting itself out. A new name made sense. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. A small shift, a quiet correction. I always liked alliteration no matter what my old literature professor warned. He would say it was cheap and shallow, but sometimes the lowest hanging fruit is sweetest. When the words came with wonder, whim, and winter winds whistling in a flask of tin filled to the brim with whiskey. That's terrific. And he's got here, hashtag can't stop, won't stop. The scent opens with ripe pear. Then enters the brandy, deep and warm, followed by that whiskey glow that settles around you like a heavy, tingling quilt of cosmic energy. You think you understand it. You think it is just another warm scene in the middle of a long, dark season. It's not. And that ice won't contain this beast forever. Well, this is a reference to the serpent right there. I don't know if you can see the serpent right there. I kind of like it, the ice cube. That is when the smoked oak rises like a ghost ship on a raging sea. Slow, heavy, a little too alive. It fills the room like the sound of distant footsteps in an empty passageway. It lingers the way certain things linger in old taverns, long after they should be gone and to bed. Cold on the surface, warm underneath and inside. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. A creature trapped, something serpentine, something that looks like it knows the way the world works. And dang, what a hangover this beast will feel in a good way. Yeah, there it is right there. Again, let's put this aside, kind of get that out of the way. We'll put it right there like that. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. Boy, this is a good one, and I'm telling you, again, boy, that's just great. We're going to put some hot water on top of this, get it going. We're going to use my scuttle from Phoenix Shaving. Of course, this is the Spacescape scuttle. I got to double check because I got another one, and I always got to look at them and make sure I got the Spacescape because that's the one that's available right now. Spacescape. Let me show you the bottom of that right there. Can you see that? Spacescape. That's what you want to look for. Spacescape scuttle. So we've got that going on. We also have our Amber Aerolite shaving brush from Phoenix Shaving. Haven't used this one in a while. I think the handle kind of harkens back to a kind of a whiskey color, a whiskey flavor. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're also going to use our quantum razor right here, and we're using the milder plate. The alpha plate is aggressive, the omega plate is milder, and we're going to use the omega plate. See if we need to do 2 or 3 passes, we'll find out. And we're also going to use a Persona Red razor blade. Boy, I have been enjoying these quite a bit. And this is the last one from this tuck right here. So we're going to be using that. And we'll also finish it up with an alum block and, of course, the Winter Whiskey Wonderland aftershave splash right there. All right, so that's what we got going on. I'm also going to kick it off with a hot towel, thanks to Jamie Horn. The Cube 2.0 pre-shave lather, pre-shave wash and pre-shave lather, and then we'll get the shave underway. So let me do my pre-shave wash, pre-shave lather, do my hot towel, and I'll see you on the other side for the alum block. So hang in there with me. Wow, that's great. That hot towel is just amazing. Again, a big, big thank you to Jamie Horn for the hot towel cabinet because it's cold outside. That's why we're doing a nice warm water shave with our scuttle to get a nice warm lather and also a hot towel to really soften up the beard. We're going to do our pre-shave lather, but I want to build the lather first. Here we've got the hot water on top of the tub like that. We got some hot water in this scuttle right here, and we're going to dump that out. Alrighty, here we go. Here's our amber aerolite right here. And again, you don't need to do a long brush load. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's probably all I'm going to need right there. 13. Baker's dozen swirl. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start building this lather. Got a little bit of water still left in the scuttle, but we're going to use that and start building this lather. And again, that was plenty of swirls. I know a lot of viewers out there who use the Phoenix Shaving Shave Soaps CK6 formula, do maybe 4, 5 swirls, something like that, and they get plenty of soap for heaps and heaps of lather. Look what I get. Look what I'm getting here already. Look, I got to be careful because it is a scuttle. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's a beautiful scuttle. Beautiful, beautiful scuttle. And it keeps that lather nice and warm. And boy, we got a nice lather going here. But I'm going to just add a little bit of water to it. And I think that should do the trick. Oh, this scent is marvelous. Oh, this has got some nice, complex interplay with all these notes. And again, the whiskey is what I find to be so prominent. Maybe because that's what I'm expecting, and that's kind of what my senses look for. Okay, just a little more. Look how much I got there. Just a little more. I want just a little. I want it to be just. There's the Zerati shift, as Jimmy V is coined. There it is. Oh my gosh. We have got so much lather here. Look at what we've got here. Look at this. Boom! Lather! Check that out. All right, we're going to set this aside. And I'm going to do my pre-shave lather. I want to throw a little water on the face. Here's the Cube 2.0. All righty. Oh, come on. Don't fall off of my counter there. There you go. Yeah, 3 days worth of beard growth. And I am so happy to get rid of this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to reach in rather than grab that scuttle because I don't want to drop it because my hands are kind of slick now. Oh man, look at that beautiful lather. And again, this scent is really, really marvelous. This is perfect for the holiday season. Also, it's great. It's going to be great all winter long. The scent itself will warm you up. That's the way it impresses me. But yeah, I think the first time you use this, you want to do a nice warm water shave and get a nice warm lather from a scuttle or similar lather warming device that you might have in your shave den. Look at that. Look at that. Great coverage. Marvelous, marvelous coverage. 3 days worth of beard growth. All right, here's my Quantum razor. Love this razor. Beautifully mild, nicely efficient, and just an ideal razor to have for this shave, in my opinion. I want to go milder. I don't want to go. I want to go more aggressive. I want to go milder. Okay, come on. Let me see. Boy, this is really. You know, these were. I think I had this problem last time where the wrapper really got stuck on there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, got a little bit of glue in there. We're gonna punch that out. Got a little bit of glue there. You know what? That'll come out when I put it on the cap. All right, here it is right here. Here's the cap. Boom, there it is. Okay, that fell off. Here's my base plate. Boy, I love this razor. Okay, and here's the handle. Everything lines up very, very nicely. Okay, yeah. Balance and alignment, spot on. End tabs are enclosed in the razor head. Let's heat this up under some hot, hot, hot water and get right to this shave. The lather has remained nice and stable while we were loading the razor blade in the razor, this beautiful Quantum razor. All righty. Okay, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Boy, that is really nice and smooth. That is wonderfully smooth. My gosh. Just some wonderful glide and slickness. And it's just, you don't get that biting or pinching at the end of your shave stroke as you're completing that neck area. That residual slickness carries all the way through. I always mention that when we're using a really, really good top shelf shaving soap or shaving cream. That's great. That's great. Here, a little bit of residual slickness to get the remainder of the chin here. Boy, oh boy, marvelous. And again, some really nice residual slickness and glide to really clean up that upper lip there, because with about 3 days worth of beard growth, I'll get those little stragglers, those little whiskers that kind of grow a little longer, kind of start to curl over the lip. And this residual slickness allows me just to take care of that. Wow. That's marvelous. First pass done. Let's rinse. This was a really, really good first pass. I would say it's probably going to be a 2-pass shave. Might go for 3 passes. I don't know, but this is really, really good. I am just stepping in to socially acceptable shave territory. The door's open. I got 1 foot in. Yeah, that's how close we are. Really, really terrific. Of course, 3 days worth of beard growth. So, you know, that's saying quite a bit for this shave soap and the razor and the blade. Again, some of you out there, if you have a beard that's a little more demanding, because I am a fair-skinned individual, but if your beard is a little more demanding than mine, and you get the Quantum Razor, know that there's a second base plate that comes with it, marked Alpha, and that is the more aggressive. Just remember Alpha A, aggressive. And that is the more aggressive base plate. So that'll give you a little more growl if your beard is a little more demanding, especially with, say, 3 days worth of beard growth like I have for this shave. Oh man, such a rich, creamy, wonderful, yogurty feel to this lather, and it feels great on the skin. And let me just lift this up here. And that scent is really, really nice. Very, very nice. And again, the whiskey seems to dominate it for me. You might pick up other scent notes. You might pick up a little more of the pear or the apple or the sugar, maybe the brandy, something like this. Maybe the oak. I'm kind of picking up whiskey, just I guess from the name and all the holiday memories that I have of whiskey. My grandfather inviting everybody into the kitchen, all the men into the kitchen for a shot of whiskey to celebrate Thanksgiving, that sort of thing. All right, here we go. We're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Love this razor. Love this razor. Love it. Love it. And of course, the base plate, it's kind of unique. It's kind of like an open comb straight bar. You know? It's just very unique. Oh, again, just great residual slickness to allow me to do a little bit of touch-up. And again, the scent, really, really nice. Just really nice and mild. Just to allow me to do some nice buffing. Wow, just terrific. Very, very comfortable. Second pass done. Let's rinse. I would say this shave is done, but you know what? I'm going to do a third pass because I'm enjoying this shave so much. The lather is nice and warm. The scent is beautiful. The feel on the skin is so agreeable. I've got this wonderful, just a wonderful creamy yogurty lather here. And it just feels so great. Oh. Marvelous. All right, my favorite pass. Pass number 3. We're going to go south to north against the grain. That's marvelous. Wow, this razor is so wonderfully mild and smooth and comfortable. But the lather really, really gives you some great protection, glide and slickness. Oh, that's marvelous. I would say the upper lip was probably, most likely, the majority of it was done after that second pass. But we'll just, yeah. That's done. Absolutely. Wow. Third pass done. Let's rinse. No doubt, this is a BBS finish. Man, oh man, this was a marvelous shave. I'm going to do my warm water rinse, hot towel to start off the warm water rinse, then some warm water and some cold water, and I'll see you on the other side for the alum blocks. Ooh, here it is right here. So hang in there with me. Wow, that's nice. Wow, very refreshing. That was great. And that cold water really wakes you up. You know, after you've had, you know, a nice hot towel and a warm lather, and that cold water really, really wakes you up. Wow, what a great way to start your day. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Wow, that was marvelous. What a shave. Oh, man. Oh boy, that's terrific. That's BBS. That is terrific. Well, let's get the Phoenix Shaving Alum Block right here, solid alum block, and we will go ahead and run this under some cold water, see what kind of feedback we get. All right, here we go. No stinging, no zinging. And I love the solid alum block because it has this rounded top here. And you can really get underneath your nostrils there without having to worry about catching an edge from the block. Some nice bracing. As I say, no stinging, no zinging to speak of. Maybe one or two. But it's a coin flip on those. Man, oh man, that was great. Here is the dry dock. There's the alum block that goes back in there. And let me show you the lather. The lather is wonderful. And I'm going to agitate this a little bit because I think I may have splashed in there a little bit. But let me just agitate it just a little bit here. This is marvelous. I can do this now because my hands are not as slick as they were when I was doing the shave. Okay, check that out. Look at this. Look at this lather. Look at those peaks. Look at that. Look at that. My gosh, that is marvelous. Look. Look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, it's just, look at those double peaks there. And the way it just comes right off like that. Boy, a lot of really nice density, nice body. Look at that. Just marvelous. Look at that. Look at that peak in there. Terrific. Just a terrific lather and a marvelous shaving soap. And just really, really wonderful. And a great scent. The scent is very, very good. I like it a lot because it has many layers there. We're going to find out how the aftershave, how the scent from the aftershave comes off. There it is right here. Okay. Now, it did have that little stopper in the cap. Not in the cap, but on top of the restrictor. I removed that. All right. So that's already taken care of. And oh yeah. This is nice. Okay, come on. Okay, I got to get a little air in there. There we go. Yeah. Boy, they really fill up. They're really generous with it. So that's okay, like that. And we're going to use the Jimmy V method. We're going to let that alcohol evaporate a little bit. And then we're going to slap on nothing but the good stuff. And this is good stuff. This is really terrific. It's a terrific scent. All right, let's go. Boy, that's marvelous. Great shave. This is a good one. This really is. I like this one a lot. And I was going to say that the whiskey is prominent, but it's not dominant, if that makes any sense. In other words, when you open up the soap and you sample the scent for the first time, you'll get the whiskey. But then as you shave and as the lather develops, then all these other notes come in and interplay, and it just becomes a wonderful, wonderful scent. Just has that warm, friendly kind of a feel to it. Really terrific. As I say, the first time out with this, you want to do a warm lather. Get a hot towel if you can. Do a warm lather. It really is terrific. It's the kind of a shave soap that invites you to shave with it again, especially during the cold winter months that are coming on. You want something warm, reassuring, friendly. This is definitely it. This is definitely it. And again, it's masculine. It's manly. There is a refinement and an elegance to it in many, many ways because of the whiskey and the brandy. You know, it has that class and style to it that many of us in the wet shaving community really enjoy from their aftershaves and shave soaps. This has it. So it's not going to be a pure, straight whiskey scent. You're going to get that at the beginning, but then all these other scents come in and interplay with it. It really is terrific, and and it's not overwhelming. I was about to say I have it here in the shave den, but it's not hitting you over the head. It's a nice amount. It's not going to enter the room before you do. It's really terrific. Like this one a lot. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. I gotta look at my notes to make sure I get the name because of the alliteration in its correct order. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. Remember it that way. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. The season comes first. The scent, or the most notable scent, comes next, and then Wonderland. Winter Whiskey Wonderland. Oh, from Phoenix Shaving. This is a great one. My thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, Cube, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all of yours. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Let me get the aftershave. Yeah, Winter Whiskey Wonderland. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.